What's up, YouTube? So just in the middle of doing a stub shaft or intermediate shaft replacement on my 2003 Dodge Ram 4x4 on the front diff here. So figured to make a quick little video, help some guys out there if they don't know how to do it or can't find any supporting material that makes sense to them. So this is your front diff, ring gear, spider gears. So basically to start, pop the cover off. You have 12 bolts all the way around. They are 13 millimeter. Pop that off, drain all the fluid out, flush it out. Ideally, if you do a lot of mudding or anything like that, if you have a lot of crap on the outside of this case, spray it down or clean it first. It'll lessen the risk of contamination getting inside. You don't want anything in here that will start chewing apart these gears or get into the bearings or any of the seals inside there at all whatsoever. So on this side here, you'll have a pin. You'll take a punch, slide it through the little hole, tap the pin out, which will be attached to a cross pin here. I'll show you. This is the cross pin. That hole there is where the roll pin will slide through. This is the orientation of it when it's inside there. That is the only way you can remove this intermediate shaft. You can see the passenger side shaft right there. I'm replacing my driver side shaft because it's all chewed apart from the CV axle coming apart and taking it out a few months back. Now I'm finally just getting to it now. So basically when you slide that pin out, roll it over so you have access to everything here. Be careful of these top and bottom spider gears because they will fall out. There are shims underneath them, so make sure that they go back in place in the exact amount that there is. On the bottom or the top they may differ, depends on who's been in there before you or if it's still OEM stock. Make sure that they go back or else you'll have a lot of problems down the road. So you push the shaft in this way. Usually it's pretty easy. Sometimes you get one that's a little stubborn, give it a good whack with a hammer, she'll go in. Pop it in, undo the snap ring, which is right here. So that'll be how it is inside. You have that little snap ring right there. You can see all the heat that happened to mine because it's so blued from all the heat build up and everything in there from this thing banging around and getting chewed up on that side. That's a CV side right there. You can see it's seen better days. That's toast. It's not going to do anything. So you pop that in, grab a screwdriver or a pick or something. Usually a pick is the best tool. Flip it over that way towards the opposite side. It'll come off. Make sure that clip does come out when you get the the intermediate shaft out. Grab the end of the shaft from the CV side and just yank out that way and you're done. Ideally what you want to do is replace the bearings, the seal, all that stuff in there too. Another thing too is when you're before you start taking this apart, clean out all this stuff here. I'm going to be replacing this anyway. I'm going to be flushing this all out, so I'm not too worried about it. I've done this several times, but for you newbies, it's a good tip to clean up the outside as best as possible. Reassembly is the same way. Pop the new shaft in here. Basically make it flush in here. Take the cross pin, pop her in, make sure the orientation's correct, rotate it over, make sure it's through both sides of this carrier, that it's nice and flush. Come in with the roll pin, tap it in this way, make sure it's in there, nice and flush, not sticking out, not going to come out. If it is loose, just put a new roll pin in there. I'm going to be doing that as well. Some people like to reuse them. Personally, myself, I don't. And then toss on a new gasket. Don't be cheap. Gaskets are cheap. Throw it on there and put the cover on, tighten her up, fill her up with 75/90, and obviously put your CV shaft on there and off you go. The new shaft here I have is a Cardone unit. Comes with both C-clips on either side and the O-ring. Part number is, for you guys interested, I've used these shafts before. They are awesome. Never had an issue with it. Only reason why I'm swapping out this driver's side shaft is because it is the OEM shaft. I've never replaced the shafts on this truck yet. And there you go. So hope that helps you, some of you guys out there. And good luck. Cheers.